Good evening, Mr. Truck.
Hey, how are you? Thank you
Not
for
too. Mhm,
recognizing my new truck lifestyle.
Well, I mean, it's all everyone's talking about these days. So,
Yeah, I got a lot of let's call it feedback uh about
on your quote
um
unquote truck.
yeah, about my truck. I mean, I would say most people really like it. They see it for what it
Yeah.
is, and they think it's a nice small little truck. And then I had a lot of people telling me that I didn't buy a truck. So who knows? It's good though.
Okay. Okay.
I
Okay.
so Paul, what do we like more than anything?
To buy things.
Buy things. We love to buy things. We're all here for the
Uh-huh.
gear, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I am firmly in my truck accessories phase now.
Okay. Okay.
So
Okay. Okay. Before you get started, have you
uh
3D printed anything for your truck yet?
I have not.
Okay. Okay.
I have not. Because I'm a little torn on what I would 3D print.
Okay. Okay.
Actually, let me see if I can pull that up real quick. Ford Maverick 3D prints. How do I use 3D printing to customize my Ford Maverick? Download set. Okay, so apparently, um, fits is a series of slots. So basically, in my truck, there is like little. I don't know what you would call them. I guess you would technically call them like little slots to mount things. And you can either buy accessories, um, that like mount in those things, or you could 3D print your own. Um, let's see here. I thought that there was more than this. Use your own 3D printer or third party service. You'll be able to design accessories to use with fits that fit your need. Let me see if I can find fit system and accessories ID 3D print CAD files. Like there's both Ford and obviously the community, I guess, have a bunch of 3D print files. There's a lot of different cup holders because there's no cup holders in the back seat. So if I wanted to have a place for passengers to be able to put water bottles or anything like that, um, I would have to print something and then put it in what they call that fits system. Um, and then there's also some places you can mount things in the cubby hole, on the side and in the back, like phone holders and things like that. But no, I haven't 3D printed anything yet. It's on my list to do. I just haven't done it yet because like I ever since I moved, I haven't really recalibrated my 3D printer.
Okay. Okay.
So like there's some setup that I'm gonna have to do that frankly I'm just too lazy to do. Like re-level my bed and I'm sure my filament, because I haven't printed anything in about a year and a half, is probably like not very good because that stuff kind of has a shelf life if you don't keep it, away from moisture or anything. So
Wow.
there would be some setup, but there's a couple things I would like to print. I mean, I would obviously want to print a cup holder for the back seat, and maybe something to like, I don't know. There's a lot of places to put my phone up front. I don't necessarily need to mount it anywhere, and the fact that I have CarPlay, like, I don't really need to. I don't need to have one of those weird vent mounted things like to hold up my phone, because I have CarPlay. But no, I haven't 3D printed anything yet.
I just did a quick search on Ford Maverick on Thingiverse, and there's a shit ton. So yeah,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
I'm sure there is.
yeah.
Okay? So I didn't look on Thingiverse.
Okay.
Let me just. I'm genuinely curious what's out there because I
There's trash bins. There's I don't know why you need a door mount. What that does. Organizers, visor clips,
yep.
s- s-
Shift
slots.
dial covers an interesting one.
Something that looks very phallic towards the bottom. Wire cleat for Ford fits. I don't know what that's for. I mean,
Yeah,
I can
I
guess.
definitely would not 3D print a cleat to
Ooh,
mount anything to.
ooh,
That feels.
there's a taco holder.
Excuse me.
Yeah, there's a taco holder. Link
Where are you
coming.
seeing this?
Link inbound.
There's a taco holder.
For the fit system, taco holder. You can put a taco.
No, taco holder. Taco holder
Hmm.
compatible with the fort. Use at your own risk. 3D printing is
Yeah.
inherently not food safe. This was developed for the Drive's Great Ford Maverick 3D print-off, where journalists Rob Stump and Pete Holdra spent 2 weeks building accessories for the Fit system. You know, that's pretty good. I mean, yeah. Oh God, there's a picture of it
Uh,
holding a taco.
yeah, yeah, yeah. As advertised, there it is.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like that's from Taco Bell. God, I would crush some Taco Bell right
Oh, me,
now.
me too. Me
I'm
too.
so hungry.
Mm.
But yeah, no, I haven't done that yet. So basically, ever since I've taken delivery of the truck, there are a few things that I've already done to it. So when I bought the truck, it didn't have a spray. It didn't have any kind of bed liner. So it was just, it was just basically a painted body color bed. One of the things that I really like when I was building and pricing the truck, I really wanted some kind of bed liner. Even if it was just a rubber mat to put in the back, because I didn't want it to get scratched up or anything if I was like taking stuff in and out of it or whatever. And since this was already built and had come from the factory, like that really wasn't an option. So when I bought the truck, the dealer that I worked with basically they send a lot of trucks out to have bed liners put in. So there's a place in Plain City, Ohio called Bullet Uplifters that does all sorts of different accessories. So I had them put in one like a spray and bed liner. It actually was really fast. I dropped it off and it was available the same day.
Oh, nice.
And they did a really good job. And like they basically take your lift, they basically take your tailgate off. They go into the truck bed and they like plug all the holes and take out all the like cleats that are in there already because I actually have some cleats that are already screwed into the bed. Then they spray this material in there. It takes like 2 hours to dry and then it's done. So it looks really really good. I'm really really happy with the job they did. So I basically had to take my truck to get that done. That was kind of the first thing I did, and then the next accessory that I had to buy was a cover for the bed. So Paul, I know you're not a truck guy, but there's all sorts of different covers that you can get. There are soft covers, there are hard covers, there are roll up covers, there are folding covers. Like there's all sorts of different systems for this. And generally, like the idea is that it keeps shit out of your bed. It's good for like if you're you want to lock it up and you don't want people getting into it, or you don't want to see what people be able to walk up and take shit out of your bed. And like if I'm going to go shoot or I'm going to be taking something expensive somewhere and I need to like leave my truck somewhere, like to go to the bathroom or go into another store or something, like I want something to protect it. So I've been shopping around for different covers. And what I landed on a tonneau cover. And there is a company called Truxedo,
Ex-
Truxedo. Yeah,
Excuse me.
Truxedo, because we're dressing it up. And I landed on this particular bed liner. It is a Century CT tonneau cover. And what's nice about this is that it is a roll-up tonneau cover that has metal slats. Because a lot of roll-up covers are just canvas or some other material that literally just rolls up in the shape of like a little truck burrito for the cover. But those soft covers, like if you have like a big knife, you could just like cut into it and get into it. This, and this is nice because the alternative to those really soft roll-up covers are folding hard covers. But a lot of folding hard covers are like trifold. And if I had my truck, right, and I needed to go somewhere and pick up something that would go in my bed, the trifold folds up, but it doesn't necessarily come out. So while you could lift part of the trifold up to put something in it, like you couldn't lift the whole thing up. So this is kind of the best of both worlds because it's a roll-up cover that has these metal slats. So you basically get all the utility of being able to roll it up all the way. And when it's closed, it has these slats, so you're not able to cut into it.
Okay.
And it rolls up really nice. It's like rubber, so like when it's up against the glass, like it's not gonna like crack it or break it or anything like that. It's really sturdy. It's got like this really nice black matte finish. And then the other nice thing about it is that if I know I'm going to be going somewhere, I can take the whole cover off. Like there is like a quick release system to where the rails that it mounts to, I can just like disconnect it and I can take it off, and I can just like leave it at home. or I could take it off and put it in my truck bed with whatever else I need to put in there. So it's really nice. It was really kind of rather expensive. Way more than just like a standard cover, but having that extra peace of mind and something that's pretty durable and everything to put on there is really nice. I actually got it mounted on there tonight. Um it was a process. I don't
Okay.
think one person can do it. I don't think
Mhm.
one person is supposed to do it, but life finds a way, as Dr. Ian Malcolm will tell us. So I managed to get it all mounted up there, and then I drove around with it on, and it didn't fly off and kill anybody. So I think I did a good
Excellent.
job.
Excellent.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
And then the last thing I bought is I bought a tailgate assist. Um, because my truck is, again, a very, very basic truck. And when you open the tailgate, it just kind of slams down. So like if you just were to like lift up the handle and let go, like it's just going to fall and it's going to go slam and it's going to just go down. So I bought an aftermarket, basically little hydraulic thing that when you open the gate, you can let go of it, and it just kind of like very, very gently kind of comes down to where you want to open it to. And that was, again, super easy to install. Just basically like a couple different Torx sizes to unscrew some things and then remount some things and put it on there. So I've been a busy little guy customizing my truck, and I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos. The
As
the
one
next
does.
Yeah, the next thing I want to do is I really want to replace the headlights. It's been very
Okay.
rainy. It's been very rainy and kind of dark here, and these have incandescent bulbs in them, and I have had LED headlights in all of my more recent cars, and it absolutely does make a difference in terms of like lumens and being able to light up the road and everything. So there are some aftermarket LED headlights that I can get that would go into this thing. But what I'm learning about what I'm learning about aftermarket LED headlights is that your car, if it wasn't designed for LED headlights, really doesn't like having LED headlights.
Really?
Yeah, so
Huh.
basically if you Google this, and I don't have a link for you, but if you Google like LED flicker like headlights, basically like the way that car systems are designed is that your your headlights are designed to receive a constant voltage. So if you have incandescent headlights, it's designed to receive a certain amount of voltage. With LED headlights, they need less. So what happens is your computer senses that it's not getting enough juice or it's getting too much juice or something like that. So it starts like pulsing. It's called flickering. So
Oh.
basically like your headlights or your tail lights will start flickering because like your electronic system is like freaking out because there's something in here it doesn't know how to communicate with correctly. I'm probably not explaining it completely right. I'll try to find a better link for the show notes, but a lot of aftermarket LED headlights basically need a built-in controller or some other electronic box to work correctly. Some LED headlights that I'm looking at, like I would have to basically take the wires that go into my current headlights and like plug those into like almost like a transformer, and then plug the headlight cables into that. And some bulbs that I'm looking at have them built in. The ones that have them built in are obviously a little bit easier to work with, but they're like way more expensive. But I would love to get like some parking light ones and some tail light ones and some headlight ones. The other thing you have to be careful of is like, and this seems kind of counterintuitive, is that LED headlights get like really hot. Um, so you have to make sure that you're not going to get anything that's going to overheat and turn off because like headlights are important. So
They are.
yeah, so I've been doing a little research on that. The actual process of like getting the bulbs in there doesn't appear to be too hard. It's just finding the right bulbs. That'll probably be the next thing I do. But like to do my headlights, my daytime running lights, and my turn signals and my rear tail lights and rear turn signals will be several $100s for LED bulbs.
Oh, okay. Or
Yeah,
you should
so
just do one at
that's
a time. Just, pick a corner and go clockwise.
so ironically, right? One of the YouTube channels that I was watching where a guy replaced his, like he actually did half of his truck. So you could see that like when he hits the little button to like
Oh.
lock or unlock his truck, how faster the LEDs come on and turn off versus the incandescents. And it's actually pretty alarming, like how much faster those bulbs go on and off, right? Because they don't have to wait for a filament or anything
Heat
like
up.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably measured in milliseconds, but it's definitely
You can
perceptible.
tell. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. I definitely have been tooting around town in it.
Toot.
Yeah, that's basically what I do, and I toot around in it.
Toot
Um,
around in your cute little truck.
yeah. Now on the days that it's been warmer, I have had the BMW out a few times because I don't want that battery to go flat. Um, that's like I'm gonna have to invest in some other accessories for my BMW, like a trickle charger, things like that. Because if I'm not driving that car every day, modern cars really, really, really fucking hate it when batteries go dead.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because like computers and all the really good electronics like just don't like that at all. So I need to make sure that that battery doesn't die, and obviously I don't want the gas to sit in the tank too long. So I still take it out from time to time, but this has definitely become my daily driver, and I love it. I absolutely love it. Everything I said last show, go back and listen to that. I'm sure they are truck, Mr. Truck, Doctor Truck, if you will. It's really good, man. It's really good. But any other questions about it? Because I'm having a blast.
I don't have any questions about your truck. I'm sorry, I don't. I'm happy you like your truck. I'm
Now
happy
it
you are Mr.
looks
Truck.
now it looks like,
Mm-hmm.
based on this next topic, that Jen also bought a truck.
Well, I mean, I don't call SUVs trucks.
Oh, it's a Blazer though.
Yeah, well, it's still an SUV. Yeah,
All right,
so
so
my,
so, so
wait,
tell, tell me what happened here.
my
Tell me what
my
happened.
my son is now a driver. He is now in possession of my wife's 2019 Hyundai Santa Fe. Uh, so she wanted to get a new SUV, a new car. She started looking around. There's a Chevy dealership in Grove City that's the closest car dealership to us. She kind of went there on a Sunday. She wanted to drive Chevy Blazer. She wanted to drive the Chevy Equinox. She fell in love with a gray Chevy Blazer. Got a good deal on the lease and bought it. So yeah, she's now the proud owner of a, what is it called? It is sterling gray metallic Chevy Blazer. And
Okay.
I have to admit, uh, I mean, I'm not even sure I've ever been inside of a Chevy ever, like, let alone ever owned one. It's
Mhm.
pretty nice, I have to admit. Like, yeah,
Yeah, I mean, the
they did.
Blazer I think has gotten pretty decent reviews. I
Yeah.
mean, again, I'm everything I hate now because I'm an American car owner. But
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
talk to me a little bit about, like, did she get all-wheel drive, front-wheel drive? Like, what
She
did she get?
she just got front wheel drive. She's convinced she doesn't need anything but that, which is fine, whatever she wants. It's really not like, it's, as far as like the options you can get, it's pretty basic. It's the 2LT, which is the lowest trim model.
Yep.
But like it's got, I mean, I think with all of the accessories and everything, like it was like $40,000. But like it's got a lot of nice features. It's got wireless CarPlay. It's got
Mm.
like built-in cellular. So like you get like there has like a Wi-Fi network inside of it you can connect to and get internet access. Like
It's
I don't know how
it's
that works, but
it's
but
so wild how many cars have that now. Like my
yeah.
truck has that, but I
Yeah.
couldn't tell you what it does with it.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's actually like it has a 4G radio in it, and like they pay. I guess since during the lease they pay for the cellular connection, and you can get on it and get on the internet. Like,
Wow.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's literally it's a little mobile hotspot. Uh,
So I'm looking at a picture of the interior. That start stop button's in an interesting place.
uh, yeah, and like hers doesn't have like all the interiors show like the red trim. Hers is silver because it's not like the fancy.
I'm looking at the 2LT
Mhm.
front wheel drive. Uh I don't see a picture of the red interior. I'm actually in the build and
Oh,
price thing, so it's like it's
yeah.
got the black interior.
Okay. Yeah, that's what she has. Yeah. Yep.
That's a
Where's the?
nice looking screen.
Yeah, it's a pretty sharp looking interior. It's like it's got like it's got a nice big screen. It's easy to use. It's got wireless CarPlay. It's got a Qi charger.
Wireless CarPlay is so great.
Uh, and it's got physical buttons for a lot of things, and I appreciate that.
Yep.
Like I'm looking at you, Tesla. Uh, yeah, it's nice. It's
I
nice.
like the
Yeah.
I like the shape of those air vents. They remind me of my
Yeah.
Mercedes.
Yeah, so like they work like to like open and close them. Actually, so okay, hold on. So the it's not super obvious, but the ones in the center panel, right? So like, where the gear shifter is, turning those actually increases, like sets the temperature. So if you want it colder, you turn the vent counterclockwise. If you want it warmer, you turn it clockwise. And a little display comes up on the LCD panel showing you what degree you had it set to, which
So
I
it
think
is
is kind
a
of, yeah.
yes. So the
Mhm.
vent has two controls then, one for
Yes.
climate control and one for actual like
Yes.
how much
Yeah.
vent you get.
Exactly. Yes. Exactly.
Ah, okay.
hmm Yep. Yeah. Which is interesting. I'm not sure I would really dig that, but I don't hate it either. Uh, yeah. I mean, there's not much more to say about it, really. It's a Chevy Blazer. It looks. She did get the one she got does have the black bow tie, which I like better than like the shiny silver. Uh, the bow tie is what they call the Chevy logo, by the way, if you didn't know that, Mr. Truck. Uh, and sorry, I can't
That's
get over
okay.
calling you
No,
Mr. Yeah.
that's who I am now.
So
I accept my fate.
sorry, yeah. So you aren't. Yeah, yeah. I mean,
How
yeah. She likes it. Yeah.
here's a weird question for you.
Mm-hmm.
So looking at the picture here, it looks like in the middle of the center console, there's a little screen, as all cars have now. How many different things does it show?
Uh,
Like, I mean, this picture it looks like it's showing speed in kilometers an hour, which what the fuck is that, Chevy? But
uh, yeah. I don't. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to pay attention next time I'm in it. What's in there? There's definitely more dials than there should be. There's a
yeah, I
lot going
mean,
on there. I guess it's temperature, gas. I don't know what the other one is because the tachometer's on the left, the speedometer's in the middle.
yep,
What is what is that? What can I zoom in? Enhance.
enhanced computer.
Oh, how do I zoom in? Zoom in. I don't know what that is. Huh. I will have to ask the wife what that is if she knows.
So you actually mentioned last show that she was like looking at Blazers.
Yeah. Yep.
It, like why? I guess like has she always liked them, or it's just something that was kind of like I think I want a Chevy Blazer.
So, okay, I mean, it, as I mentioned before, my wife's primary number one driver was she wanted a gray SUV. She wanted a gray SUV,
Okay, I
and
feel like
not
there's a
and
few of those.
okay, and but not like a shiny. She really wanted something that she considered matte. Okay, so after she really liked the color of like the gray Kias, the Telluride or whatever the hell it is. She really liked that, but our insurance agent basically laughed at us.
Right.
Uh, so she's just started paying attention to cars, and she was in a parking lot. And she saw a Chevy. She's like, "Ooh, I like the gray of Chevy." So being the good husband, I'm like, "Okay, well, you know what? Let me like." Chevy has like I don't know 11,000 different types of SUVs, right? They have everything from like
Sure.
the Equinox up to like a real like suburban. Uh,
Oof, that's a big
it's
car.
a big car. Uh, and looking over features she wanted, and she really didn't need anything too fancy, which was fine. So then I just started looking at dealers, starting with the one close by, and I'm like, hey, like whatever you want. Like they have literally on the lot, they have a gray Equinox and a gray Blazer. you know,
Huh.
go. It was just fate. Like they had the two she was curious about. They had that color that she liked of each. She test drove them both. She liked the Blazer better. It's a little bit bigger. It's a little bit
Okay.
heavier, and then after she drove it, she was like, "Yep, this is the car I want." And like started talking numbers, and she said, well, if you can do this, if you can hit this number, I'll take it. And they're like done. So yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So looking at some packages now. Any packages that you get?
I'd have to go and look. I can't remember. I wish the link for the dealership still worked. It does not, because
Oh,
they bought it because
yeah, it's off the books.
because I had it, and now I don't remember. It's got like I don't remember what it has.
I mean,
But
I'm looking at
yeah,
it, right? Like I think there's things I think
could
there's things
probably
she probably doesn't care about, but like
yeah.
Arctic package or convenience package seems like those would be.
Yeah, I think it's got the convenience package. It's got the if you go to it's definitely got the floor liner package or the
Yeah.
interior protection package. I can't remember the black grill bar package. So you have the black bow ties.
Ooh.
It has that. Yeah, which I think looks nice. It
Did
doesn't.
she did
It's
she
got
get the roadside
it's got the
safety
convenience
package?
package. It's got the convenience package because it's got the wireless charging. The roadsides. I don't know if.
Yeah, it comes with roach clips apparently.
Mhm.
I was just saying.
Yeah.
Cool. And then
Yeah.
options, it looks like it's just mostly cosmetic stuff here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well, very good. I'm
Yeah.
happy.
Yeah.
I'm happy for Jennifer. Oh, my dog's barking at me again. I just fed that little son of a bitch. He's so confused. He just turned 15, actually.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
he's something.
He's mad at you. Is what he is. He's mad.
I don't know why. Like I've given him a ton of food.
He wants
He
more.
wait, he just got groomed today, so I think this is his way of taking it out on me.
Oh, he's like, what did you do to me?
Yeah.
Doesn't like getting groomed.
No, especially now because he
Yeah.
he doesn't like having his face touched. Oh, this is gonna drive me crazy. All right, hold on one second. I'll be right back. Hey. Okay, sorry.
No, you're fine, man.
He
You're fine.
yeah, I just it's tough, man. It's tough. Like he's obviously very confused. And like I was saying, when we take him to the groomer, I think it's because he can't see so good. He doesn't like anything getting near his face. Like the food we have him on right now, it's like a special kidney formula type thing. It really gets his face messy. Like it really gets stuck in like his beard and everything. And like even when I just get like a warm washcloth and try to wipe it, he hates it. He actively fights it. And he's had eye stuff his whole life. And we've had to give him a lot of eye drops. And it's like one of the eye drops we give him is like an artificial tears thing. And that all sort of like collects on his face too. And it gets kind of dry and crusty. And like, I'm sure, like, look, if I had crusty shit on my eyes and someone was digging at me, I would hate it too, right? Like, I'm not saying he's wrong.
Exactly. Yeah.
But like,
Yeah.
he used to be much better about letting us do it. But I think the fact that he can't quite see or understand what's going on makes him a little more timid. He's such a good boy, though. He's such a good boy. Okay. Well, good for Jennifer. I'm really happy that she got her truck.
Ms. Truck.
Is truck. But what's this next thing?
Okay, so as you know, Drew, we love gear. We love spending money.
Yep.
And I love carbonated water. I love seltzer. I'm a big fan of like LaCroix. Like I don't need any sweetener. I just like bubbles and a little bit of flavor. My wife also likes she likes overly sweet drinks. We kind of accidentally came across, well, she did. She was at a Target and she came across this thing. And once I looked at it, I immediately ordered one. I got it today. So this is my initial impressions, but I am now a proud owner of a Ninja Thirsty.
Ninja Thirsty.
Thirsty with an I instead of a Y. So it's I guess it's a stripper.
Ninja Thirsty.
It's a Ninja Thirsty. Okay, so what did it? So obviously everyone's familiar with the Soda Stream, right? Right.
You were a big Soda Stream boy.
Yeah, you put you put the canister in there, you put your water in it, you have to push a button manually like an animal to get the seltzer, get the carbonation in there.
Sure, like an animal.
Like an animal. This is completely automatic. Okay, so if you're looking at this thing right now, okay, so there's essentially two pieces. There's a, there's a black tube that is the main part. It's got some buttons on it. To the right is a water canister. And that's actually like, it's very easily removable because the idea is you fill it with water and you keep it in the fridge so it's cold. Because cold water tastes carbonation better than warm water. So you keep your water canister in the fridge. When you're ready, you're like, I want some bubbles. You take it out, you set it on the thing, it snaps right in real easy. So what you got with the Thirsty is obviously, you can make water bubbly. You can select, you can say, well, I just want still water. It's fine. I want still water. Or you can do 3 levels of carbonation, all the way from lightly carbonated to aggressively carbonated. You can guess which one I like. I like the bubbles to splash me in the face while I'm drinking it. I like it to hurt a little bit. But then what the gimmick here is you can buy these little flavor containers. Okay. They have different, they have ones with electrolytes, one with vitamins, one with caffeine. I'm going to drink the Splash line because the Splash has no sweeteners. It's just like fruit flavors. So you can have 2 different cartridges of flavor inside of the Ninja Thirsty at a time, and you can choose whether you want flavor from one or or both. You can have both or none if you just want bubbles. So you push a button to say, I want it aggressively carbonated, and I want strong. I want two doses of my Splash red raspberry. You tell it how big of a glass you want, 6, 12, 18, 24 ounces, and you push the button, and you just wait. It makes your drink for you. It mixes the flavor. It ejects the carbonation. It puts it in your cup. It gives you a nice little beep when it's done, so you don't have to pay attention to it. I've only used it 4 times now, twice for myself, once for my daughter, and once for my wife. But I've enjoyed both the drinks I've had. Both my daughter and my wife enjoyed the drink they had. So far, 2 thumbs up for the Ninja Thirsty. If you like bubbles and you don't want to make your toot water like with the Soda Stream, having to push that button like an animal. Yeah, you push, I guess, 3 to 4 buttons, and it makes you a nice little carbonated beverage, and it's delightful, Drew. It's delightful.
This is gross. This is so gross. The more I read about this, the more gross this gets. Okay. So
okay. Why is this gross? I'm in love.
Okay,
I'm in love with it. I'm in love. I'm in love.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You have to buy the device.
Mm-hmm.
You have to buy the flavor blasters.
Yes. You have to buy the flavor blaster. Mm-hmm.
And you have to buy the carbonation canisters.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So there's some components of this that are exhaustive. Like, we all have running water in our homes, and I'm so thankful for that.
Yes.
But there's a component here, much like a Keurig, where there's basically the 2 disposable parts of this product: the flavor blasters and the CO2.
So the flavor blasters, obviously they do multiple drinks per one, so you're not just throwing it away all the time. I think they can make. I think they say, what did they say? Like, how many you can get per?
That's what I was just looking at here. Like, how many is that good for?
Each flavor blaster makes 17 12-ounce drinks. So
okay,
yeah.
So you sort of scale down, make 17 12-ounce drinks. So if 8 ounces, maybe you get 20 to 22. Maybe I don't know how that math works.
Yeah,
that seems low.
Yeah, but they taste good.
Yeah,
I've watched YouTube videos. If you ignore the cost of the Thirsty itself, and you do the cost of like the drinks and the carbonation, it's about 60 cents per drink.
So here's why my gross alarm is going off. It's a very short click to, hey, here's set up a subscription for this.
Drew. Well, wouldn't you know that you can go, if you go to ninjakitchen.com, you can subscribe and save for every flavor of the thirsty drinks. And there is also, what do they call it? The CO2 refill club. So yeah,
I'm looking at that too. So basically they send you this in the mail, and a 2-pack is $60.
Okay, just the first one. Here's where they get
first one.
Okay, yep. So you buy so it comes with one, and you get into the CO2 club for $60. Okay, and they send they send you 2 more cartridges because they want you to have 3. That's the magic number.
You know who would love to be in the CO2 club? Trees.
Yeah. Okay,
anyway,
so they want you to have 3 CO2 canisters. Okay, and the $60 gets you in the front door. You keep the box. The CO2 comes in. When you have 2 empty canisters, you put the 2 empty canisters in the box. You attach the shipping label that's already on there. You put it in the mail. The 2 empty canisters goes to, I don't know, probably some really depressing warehouse out in the West. And then they send you 2 more canisters for the bargain price of $40.
So I have to buy in. I have to willingly keep trash in my home.
You do, yeah.
Then I have to mail them back, and for $40 more, I get more.
Get to do the whole thing over again. Yep.
Ugh. How many squirts of CO2 do you get out of one of these boys?
So it says 212-ounce drinks.
Okay, so that's a little bit better. But see, here's my biggest problem with this system. This falls into the Fun Dip corollary for me.
It's a Fun Dip corollary. Okay.
Yeah. So how are you supposed to eat Fun Dip?
Well, you're supposed to, like a gentleman, lightly salivate on the candy stick.
Yep. And you give a nice long pull on the lick stick.
And then delicately put it in the little pouch of flavored sugar.
Got to.
And then you lift it back out and you repeat the process.
Right.
You gently put the stick with the adhesed sugar into your mouth. And you slowly and sensually pull it out of your mouth, removing all the sugar.
Yep.
Which also puts
hard eye contact with someone on the subway. It's a great time, right? Like,
exactly. Yeah. Yep. It's not required, but it is appreciated. And then having resalivated the candy stick, you repeat the process over and over again until the stick breaks.
Yeah.
So at that point,
that's not how I eat Fun Dip.
And just mainline.
That's not how I Fun Dip. How I Fun Dip is I immediately crunch the hell out of the stick, and then I go and I rip open the powder and I dump the whole fucking thing in my mouth. And my problem with this system is once I get a taste for this ripe raspberry thirsty flavor, I'm just fucking mainlining the whole thing.
Just cracking it open and taking it like a shot.
I'm not drinking water. I'm drinking that. So I'm gonna open the top of it, and I'm just gonna sip on that because that's flavor country, right? Like that's where that lives.
See, I love seltzer. I love it. I love it so much.
I'm aware.
If I could drink it all the time, I would drink nothing but sparkling water. And I'm really excited about that because I like LaCroix, but LaCroix don't hurt. They don't hurt when you drink them.
LaCroix don't hurt when you drink them.
Yeah, I wish LaCroix had like twice as much carbonation. so much carbonation that you hear it like rattling around in
Well,
the can.
then you should do advanced carbonation. Throw some some metal filings in there. Like really mix it up. Like really damage yourself. Like if you're trying to hurt your throat, like there's other materials, bud. Like
I can just
drink some Clorox. Let me know how that goes. Like,
I can crank the thirsty up to 3 all the way up, crank it all the way up, and get so many bubbles in there. Oh, it's so delightful. So many bubbles.
Oh, it really packs them in there.
It really does. just shove it on the bubbles in there.
Oh man, I love anything that has like some red 40 and some microplastics in it. Like I would love to get a hold of some kind of drink that could mix those two things together.
Here you go.
Okay. Oh man. So how much?
I wish I was drinking it right now. I just drank still water like an animal.
So I'm looking at this. On the Ninja website, the starter model here is $150. And that's one CO2 cylinder. And then a variety of flavored water drops.
8 of them is what you get, yeah.
Oh, really? It only says 4.
It only shows 4 on there, but you actually get 8.
Like two of each, or 8?
Oh no, all 8 different flavors. Yeah.
Okay, and then the one up on that looks like you just get more CO2.
Yeah, it basically gets you into the CO2 cult. CO2. Right from the beginning.
It is. This is starting to feel like a cult.
Yeah, you get that. You get in that cult right away. And right now, you can get $30 off of the higher model with the code Thirsty30.
But you said you bought this at Target.
I actually ordered it from Ninja.
But you saw it at Target.
We saw it at Target, but it was sold out at Target. My wife sent me a picture, and she's like, "Hey, you might be interested in this." And then I immediately went down then to like, well, how can I give them all of my money and get this here as quick as possible? And they were happy to oblige. Shipped in like 2 days.
Yeah, so Hilliard, there's 2 left in Hilliard, 1 left in Graceland. Powell and Columbus Northwest, which is the ones that are near me, are all sold out. Polaris has a whole bunch. New Albany's got a bunch. Grove City, not sold at this store.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to. Listen, I'm happy if you're happy.
Yeah. This is like your truck.
It's not though.
I'm Mr. Thirsty now.
You're Mr. Thirsty. I'm thirsty, Paul. I'm thirsty. Thirsty for Paul. So okay. So what's been your best flavor so far?
I've only tried the red raspberry. I'm gonna switch. I have like, of course, I only drink the ones without artificial sweetener in them. I don't want a sweet drink. I just want something with a little bit of flavor and a lot of bubbles. I have tried the red raspberry. I think tomorrow I'm going to bust out some watermelon. Watermelon.
So that's okay. So that's an interesting question then. Can you trade these out before they're empty?
Yes. So they basically, if you look at the picture and you look at one of those things, what you don't see is there's like a little lid that kind of folds up. So when you take them out, you can snap the lid back on. And it seals all up, and it's sanitary. Yeah. So you don't lose them. So yes, you can very easily trade these in and out. In fact, the little compartment kind of even like folds down to make it really easy to snap them in. Yeah. In fact, that little, if you're watching the video that just replays over and over and over again.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah. There's like a little clear underneath the flavor capsules. There's this little clear plate piece where it says Thirsty on it.
Yep.
That's where it mixed the flavors in the water, and it's really nice. You just take that out. You can pull that out and wash it because
I was gonna ask, like, I'm sure that stuff, because it has to be some sort of concentrate, probably would gum up the works.
Yeah. So that part pulls right out. You can clean it real easy. Yep.
So last question for you. You said you're a big seltzer boy. How do you feel about like Perrier or San Pellegrino?
Like unflavored seltzer?
Yeah, like regular sparkling water.
Yeah, I like it. It's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I've never seen you drink it.
No. I mean, it's, if I'm gonna go to a restaurant, I'm gonna get actually my go-to now at restaurants is iced tea.
That's a solid choice
because it feels fancy.
Yeah.
So I probably if I go out, I'm probably gonna order an iced tea. But I do like and like I mean, I'm a big dude. I can put back a few. I take advantage of the free refill policies, you know. And if I buy like like a bottle of sparkling water, I'm gonna have to drink like two or three of those fuckers. Uh, and like like I can afford it, but still,
Go to the bathroom like a big boy.
I do. I'm I my kidneys work great. I'm always flushing those suckers out, man. I drink so much water. I'm gonna drink, but now my water is gonna have bubbles in it. I can't wait.
Have you ever had a kidney stone?
I have not.
Those suck. Yeah. One time I had one time, and there's not a lot that medical facilities can do for you. Like they can hit you with that sound gun that's supposed to break it up. But I remember that I had one that was really causing me a lot of pain, and went to the emergency room because I honestly thought that I was dying because that's how bad it hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And they hit me with the sonic gun on my tummy, and they're like, that'll work itself out. But when those things work themselves out, that little grain has to travel through some pretty sensitive parts of your body. And I remember I was peeing, and it felt like it honestly felt like I wanted to rip my dick off. Like it was so bad. And then I was like peeing. Like I was peeing so much because like my body's like, there's something in there we got to get out.
Yep.
And then I remember I actually heard the thing hit the bowl. I actually heard a small little ting. Yeah, it was it's so imperceptible. But like there's two sounds I will remember for the rest of my life. The first one was I was in a car accident in college, and the sound of the two cars hitting, that metal on metal, and like the moment of impact, I will be seared into my memory for the rest of my life. The second was when that little ting happened in that bowl. Like I was like, it was I couldn't really see it in the water, and I wasn't about to go fish it out. Like there was a little strainer in there they wanted to catch it with, but yeah, like it hit that bowl and it was just like ting. It was just like just a perfectly, like even over the sound of the fan in the bathroom that I was in, it was just like ting, and it was just like, and then like I just like as soon as that sound happened, I just felt so much better. Like I just felt 100% better. And then I was like, what made that happen? Because I never want that to happen again. And ironically, not to jinx you, iced tea is something that can cause kidney stones.
Yeah. I only drink it when I go out, Drew, and I don't go out a lot. I don't make it at home. But yeah, I do like it though. It's good.
It's my go-to when I go to a restaurant too. Like if I go out to a restaurant like on a Saturday, usually I'll have a cocktail or a glass of wine. But if I'm not drinking that week, iced tea is the go-to for sure. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm happy about your new thing. I'm looking forward to hearing more about it. Last topic for the night. There's a new game that I'm playing.
Okay. I just pulled it up on Steam. Yeah.
Yeah, and I forgot to check ahead of time if it's Steam Deck compatible.
It is not, but it's coming to PlayStation 5 later this year.
Oh, it is?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the game in question is a game called Enshrouded. I really enjoy playing like survival crafting type games. 7 Days to Die, Astroneer, No Man's Sky, like those games are pretty fun for me. Enshrouded is an interesting game because it does have like a survival crafting component where you have to build a base. You got to go punch some trees till you can build an axe, like very Minecrafty, right? But it's also the closest thing to the more recent Zelda titles that we get on a PC, on a non-Nintendo platform. Like even down to like the HUD and like the stamina ring and your life and the different buffs you can get from cooking different things. It's very, very good. Now, the one thing I was worried about with this game is that most survival crafting games are procedurally generated. Like when you start a new game, it creates different biomes, it creates different areas, and you can sort of have freedom to build your base where you want and do all these different things. This is a completely handcrafted world where
Okay.
everything is placed very deliberately. The story is told through sort of discovering journals and notes and things like that. There is actually a surprising amount of content for how early of an access of a game this is. The building systems are very, very good. It's very easy to get started, like building walls and doors and foundations and second stories and roofs and things like that. Um, there's obviously progression in the forms of having like a skill tree where you unlock things and make your character better. But you can kind of play the game the way you want. If you want to be a melee character, you can do that. A barbarian that swings two-handed, you can do that. A ranger with a bow and arrow, you can do that. A caster, you can just do that. And it all has to do with the different items you equip. There are definitely skills that make things better, but for the most part, it's just about what you equip. And it's also just an absolutely gorgeous game to look at. I don't know how many people are on the team that built this game, but it's awesome. Like, we played a demo of this late last year, and it was like a 3-hour time gated demo that didn't have the full content. But the game just came out, like early access, like version 1.0 just came out on Steam, and it's fantastic. And I don't know how I know that you like playing the more recent Zelda games, and like I know that the most recent Zelda game, Tears of the Kingdom, had like a crafting mechanic to it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now, I don't know how much you like that part of it, but base building is kind of a part of this. Like, farming is a part of this. And you can obviously play with your friends. But if I was going to say that there's one thing about the game that I don't like, is that the progression is tied to the save game. So let's say you and I wanted to start a game. I would host and you could join. When you join my game, wherever I am in the story is where you're at.
Yeah.
And like, if you go off, like, let's say you and I are like, okay, we're working together, we're building up our base. Hey, Paul, I'm going to go mine a bunch of stone or copper or whatever. And you're like, okay, cool. I'm going to go try to find what's over on this side of the map. Like, you could stumble on a story bit that I could just completely miss and not get to do.
Oh, I mean, I bet you some of that stuff will be cleaned up.
That is the biggest complaint, is that like if and we're playing on a hosted dedicated server, so like if somebody hops on there and advances the story, like whoever's not online just misses out, right? That part kind of sucks. I'm hoping that they change up the progression so that it's character based instead of like save based or server based. If they do that, it's a home run, man. It's really good. I really dig the art style and the direction. When it comes out for PlayStation 4, you should definitely check it out, or play it on your PC that you built,
which is still sitting in pieces on the floor of my office. I haven't even begun to think about it yet. So yeah.
Okay. All right. But yeah, it's actually really, really fun. Okay. We're enjoying the hell out of it. It's really cool.
Okay, cool. Well, actually, I just sent the link to my son to see if he's interested, because he usually likes that kind of stuff. So, of course, he's been playing what, the finals.
Oh yeah, that new battle royale game. I heard good things.
Yeah, he likes it. Yeah, he plays it a lot, so he must.
Yeah, it's a free to play game. When I'm not playing Enshrouded, I'm still playing Destiny with my friends because we like to get on there and play. But I've been playing a lot of Call of Duty Zombies because the multiplayer kind of sucks. But I love grinding out the camo challenges, and Zombies has its own camo challenges, so I've just been working on that.
Cool.
All right. Well, my dog's yelling at me again, so let's wrap this up.
Hey, you can go to doingtheirbest.com. You can find all the show notes, social links, email, whatever you want. You can find it there. So, thanks for listening.
Yeah, thanks for joining Dr. Truck and Mr. Thirsty tonight for our podcast, and we'll see you next time.